Hi guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. So today's video is going to be a very casual video. It is going to be a chit chat video. It is going to be a sort of an introduction video about myself once again. Mainly because I've been TMI, I've been gone for a really long time. I'm shooting after a really long time. Also, the fact that I've shot a couple of videos and they are in the process of being edited. There are a lot of, really exciting things lined up, and I have a lot more new videos for you guys. But then because, I am posting a video after a really long time, I wanted to let you guys know about myself. And for my new subscribers, even though I don't think I have any new subscribers, those of you who are not actually aware as to what is happening in my life, because I get emails and DMs and a lot of questions in the comment section as well, that where I am and if I'm leaving my YouTube channel, what am I doing, what's going on. So, just to, start fresh maybe with this year, I'll just like to quickly tell you what's going on in my life, what is happening. So you must have seen in the title that today I'll be talking about myself juggling with a lot of things. Now, a few years back, I think 3 years back, I did a video where I showed a time management video as to how I manage time being a student, a full-time YouTuber, and also taking care of the house and everything all by myself. There is a new addition to this struggle. Now I'm a parent, a single parent, a full-time YouTuber, a student, and struggling to hustle all of this all by myself. So today this video is not going to be about solution to your problems. It is a rant video, but it is also going to help those people who are struggling or in a similar situation like the way I am in, or probably hustling with a lot of things. They could be a parent, not a parent, or they could be a student and working. It could be combination of two things or three things or four things together. So I hope you really find this video useful, and I'm not going to tell you that this video is going to give you solutions, but this video is going to give you hope for sure, because I've gone through a really tough time, and I know how to survive and how I know what it takes to survive right now, and I'm still struggling. And I truly believe that if you find a community of people with your, life alike situation, then that surely gives you hope, confidence that if one person can go through it, probably I too can, and we all can for sure. So just keep watching the video. It is going to be a rant video for sure. It is going to be all over the place, just like my life is, but it will surely throw a light on some really difficult intricacies of life that we face, and how I am coping to come out of it, not really come out of it, but how I am actually going through it, and how I'm still hopeful. So let's quickly get started. I'm going to start by saying that I had a pretty comfortable childhood, all thanks to my sister. My sister, who's older to me, and she gave me all the comfort and hope and confidence and everything. Of course, my parents, my entire family, they've been really, really supportive. I've got the best of the education, I got the best of everything, and I never had to struggle for anything at all. Then life turns around and I'm thrown into this real world where you have to actually, take care of yourself, your finances, your day-to-day life, everything. And I had a very comfortable life, comfortable, nice government, household sort of a thing, where there was no kami of anything. Like, growing up with my sister was really good. She was very motivating all the time. She always motivated me. Even if I failed, she was always there by my side. I always had her back, and she always told me, dude, if you can't do it, then nobody can. So, it's only because of her that I did so much, that I could, whatever I could. And I entered college. I aspired to become a doctor. I could not. I wanted to become a journalist. I did not. Then I got selected in this joint entrance exam of hotel management, got through PUSA, and did my 3 years of BSc in hospitality and hotel management. I topped as the All India topper. I was the All India topper. I was a batch topper. And then I was offered, a couple of jobs as a management trainee in a lot of good hotels. I declined that. I went up for UPSC preparation, did not clear that. And then after that, a little bit of a twist comes, and I am out of the house, out of the comfort zone, out of the shelter from the protection of my sister or my family. Like, family is always there, the mental support. But then I stepped out, started staying all by myself. Then I took up a job with the Oberoi Hotels and Resorts, and I was also studying side by side. But, to my surprise, or maybe not to my surprise, I found myself only working. I would go to office in the morning at 6 o'clock. Like 6 o'clock, I used to leave my house, come back in the evening by 8, and I used to be so exhausted, tired, and dead. Go to bed, wake up, go to the office again, come back. So it was like a routine job where it was so monotonous, it was so physically tiring and draining, and I thought I just could not take it. Because I really was not enjoying the job, it was very monotonous. I quit the job. Then I started teaching as a profession, and because I thought teaching is not my calling, I continued teaching for a year or so, but I also started YouTubing. I saw a lot of YouTube videos back then, and I thought, why do people even do this? I have an entire story as to how I started my YouTube channel. So you can go ahead and watch that if you want to watch a really badly shot video, because I used to shoot on my phone. I had a Moto G4 Plus and I used to shoot on that. So it's not really nicely shot, but the insights that it has will probably help you if you want to become independent or probably want to have your own YouTube channel. So I started YouTubing, and I really enjoyed the process of sitting in front of the camera and talking. It's like a therapy, and the camera is your therapist, and you just talk things out. So I used to make videos about sale alerts and hauls and stuff that I liked or disliked. I used to review products. I still do. I still do all of this on my channel. But of course, as you grow and evolve, things enter in your life. I don't want my subscribers to be just viewing the products or the reviews, which of course I will be doing, sure. But also the fact that I'm human, things change around me, I change, and I want people to know that things are changing and what's actually going on. And if there's something wrong, probably I can talk about it. I can talk about the real aspect of life. And even if it helps out one person, I think my being here just serves the purpose. And the process of sitting and talking here, and the fact that I know that probably it might affect even one of you, just heals me. It's a healing process for me. So I love this entire process of sitting in front of the camera and talking to the camera, and putting out content, and I really enjoyed it thoroughly. Then I got to know that YouTube can be monetized. So my channel got monetized, and I started to get money every month. So that's how I started supporting myself financially. Then I quit that teaching job and I started YouTubing full time. And of course, as you progress on YouTube, a lot of brands contact you. Then you start doing paid campaigns and stuff like that. And of course, things got better for me. I bought a house, which of course is funded by my father, but I'm still paying my home loan and stuff. So that story aside, now I'm a single parent. I'm a full-time YouTuber. So these 2.5 years have been probably the most challenging years of my life. And you can watch my previous video. I'll probably link it in the description box for you, or probably I'll pin a comment down below, so you can watch that video about everything. I'm not going to kind of repeat those things, but I will talk about the current situation. Now the situation is advanced. My child is now almost 2.5 years old and very naughty, extremely naughty. That is not the sad part. That's actually the happy part. But the process of going through everything all by yourself is the most taxing thing in the world. I hope you can relate with me if you're a single mom or a dad, or even if you are a parent and your partner is not that supportive, you would probably relate with me on that matter. And I will not be talking about the happy parts of parenting, which I feel like is very few and far in between, very few, to be honest. Especially for struggling parents, especially for single parents like the way I am. But they're totally worth it. They are very rewarding. They're worth it. But behind all of that, goes a lot of hard work. So I'll be talking about myself as a single mom, a person who's still studying, in all the process of graduating college, leaving a few jobs, taking up a job, taking teaching as a job, starting YouTube channel. I have been preparing for UPSC, sometimes seriously, sometimes not so seriously, sometimes not at all, but it has always been there at the back of my mind. And this is something that I feel like I wanted to do, but I'm not sure if I would be able to do. This year is my last attempt, which I'm taking, and I've already filled up the form. So this year would be my last attempt. I do not know what the next chapter of my life is going to be like. The point of all of this is that I'm juggling with a lot of things. Now, how do I manage all of this? It's pretty tricky. I do not have an entire template. Every day is a different, every day is a challenge, every day is confusing, every day is a mess, and every day is not planned at all, because life becomes so difficult and so different when you have another small little tiny human being in the house, because that person doesn't know anything, but they want to do everything, and you are the caretaker, and they believe in you for everything, and they're dependent on you for everything, and they do not understand the time, or they do not understand what all it takes, and that's totally fine. I don't want to kill the childhood of my baby. But then, and also the fact that if you're a single parent, somewhere down the line you're also heartbroken, somewhere you also kind of have trust issues maybe, and you're dealing with a lot of demons inside you. And with all of that, you have to find financial stability, you have to find a mental stability, and you have to be really happy for your child, with your child, and spend time and quality time with the person, and also work, or maybe the housework. I do have a house help now, which I'm really, really grateful for. But then, even though it sort of solves a little bit of my problem, but still, there are a lot of other problems to tackle. Uh, the entire day. So my child has also started going to school, the play school. And what I do is, when I get up in the morning, I freshen up, I change my clothes, then I wake the baby up, I change his clothes, I make the breakfast, I feed the breakfast, take the baby to the school, and drop the baby to the school, say a really sad goodbye, and come back. So that's when actually those 2 hours, my baby's school is for 3 hours, like 9:30 to till 12:30. So 1 hour, goes in the process of dropping the baby, coming back. I just take a minute and sit down, and then I make myself breakfast. I eat the breakfast, and after that, I try and read the newspaper, do my to-do as to what all I have to go through the day. And trust me, a lot of the things go unpicked, because no matter how much you plan, if you have a tiny human being in the house, everything can go haywire. And trust me on this when I say this, okay? So I eat breakfast. If I have to edit a video, I do that. Even though if I'm not posting anything, I have shot a lot of videos which I have been in the process of editing, and that takes a bit of a time also, because I have started editing on Final Cut Pro. So I have slightly upgraded my editing process, because sometimes I do have a background noise, and the FCP on the iPad is really good because it cancels the background noise, which I'm really, really thankful for. Because I edit on a new software, which is Final Cut Pro, it is slightly sort of sophisticated than iMovie. So I'm a little slow on that, because I am still figuring out as to, how to do it. I'm slightly slow. So editing takes a bit of a time. And then by the time I'm done, with my breakfast, to do a little bit of editing, a little bit of newspaper, it is 12:30. And so after that, at 12:30, I go to the school, pick up my baby. He also needs to play around in the school. After a while, he stays back in the school to just hang out and play. And then we come back, and then it's the time to feed him, change his diaper, change the clothes, and put him to sleep, which is a struggle. He goes to sleep at around 1:30 or 2 in the afternoon, and he sleeps for around 2 hours. And that's my time. Sort of, I take a bath, I freshen up properly, I cook meal for both of us. Like, after that, when the baby wakes up, it's just his time, and I'm involved with him, feeding him, playing with him, taking all his tantrums. Coco Melon in the house, lot of noise, and all of that. I can't even begin to explain. Of course, changing diapers is one constant thing in my life from the past 2.5 years. I can't even explain that. So, with all that aside, evening comes, I take my evening cup of tea. It is just so difficult to make a cup of chai also. Sometimes I'm like, chalo rehne do, forget it. Might as well do something else. And there are always toys around. No matter how much you clean up, no matter how much you clean the house, there are always toys. I'm not complaining, but my house is very tiny. So this is the place where I shoot, and this is also my baby's play area. In this entire day where you are juggling with a lot of stuff, you also have to study. So I have to sort of, I'm also giving the examination this year. So I also have to make sure that I complete my syllabus. I really want to take this, attempt seriously. So I also have some something's in the background. Either I'll have a constitution in the background, or I'll have some current affairs playing, or I'll have history playing in the background, or I'll rather take a book, read, and feed the baby. When I'm feeding the baby, that's a completely hollow time, where you're just running after the child and you're not doing anything, because one bite takes around 8 minutes. So एक bite, then 8 minutes tak the baby is running around here there. So every bite takes around 7 to 8 minutes. So that is a very hollow time. My legs get tired running after the baby. So what I do is I just take a book and I just read. So when he's like, he's tired of running around and he'll sit for a while, cocoa melon on, I feed the child. So that happens. I'm sorry, I'm a guilty mom. Who lets the child have a screen time. I cannot help it, guys. It is just so difficult to not let the baby watch the phone or watch the, a television or the cocoa melon, because it's just so difficult. You need to have them distracted some way, somehow, so that you can do some work. And I'm pretty sure a lot of us are guilty of doing that. The doctor has said no to it. The teachers have said no to it. And I kind of have tried to slightly reduce it by involving more, with the child and giving my time to the child a bit more. But I cannot bring it to zero. That is not possible. I don't think that is possible for any parent, or maybe there are few, and hats off to them. But for me, and especially for a person nurturing a child alone, it's very difficult to keep screen time to bare minimum. It's very difficult. So I will admit that I do give my child some screen time, and sometimes a little bit, he stays longer on the phone, because sometimes when I'm editing, I just feel like I need to, get some work done, or I have to go through a particular chapter. Then I definitely give him the phone, or I let him watch Coco Melon. I am very guilty of it, and I'm very sorry for it, but it's just something I cannot avoid sometimes. So that happens. Then it is dinner time, and I cook dinner. Dinner basically includes khichdi, nothing special. And khichdi is different every day. Sometimes it is dal and simple rice, and sometimes it is a mix of everything, like two types of dal, a little bit of rice, a little bit of dalia. I put in some spinach, a little bit of French beans, some, paneer in it, and sometimes chicken in it, or sometimes, of course, nahi, lasan adrak nahi. Sometimes, of course, tomato goes in it, sometimes potato. Add some masala into it, give it a nice boil, and, tadka and all. So the khichdi is nice with different ingredients every time, but it is khichdi. Khichdi, why? Because it is a mix of everything and it takes lesser a time. So then again comes the time of feeding, and again it takes almost 7 to 8 minutes for a bite. So again, I start with a book and I read 4 lines, 5 lines, 1 spoon, 5 lines, 8 lines, another spoon. Like that, I feed. Sometimes the baby eats, sometimes the baby will not eat. It is very, very, very frustrating. My legs hurt. Every piece of bone hurts in my body by the end of the day. Trust me. So this is just one way of putting things. It is not the entire thing, but it is just one rough sketch of my day. And the baby goes to sleep by 10, 10:30, sometimes even later. And that is the time when I hit the bed, I feel like dying. Trust me, I feel like dying. And the sleep is not a constant sleep. The sleep is like I sleep for 1 hour, the baby wakes up, wants water. You have to give the baby water. Sometimes you have to give the baby milk. If the baby is feeding or breastfeeding, you have to give that to the baby. So it is not a constant stretch of sleep. You're always disturbed. Parenting is one of the most hardest, not one of the most, it is the hardest job in the world. I can probably go to Mars, come back, but raising a child, it takes a village. And it's not even a joke when people have made this phrase that it takes a village to raise a child. It actually is true. And with all those people who are doing it all by themselves, trust me, they are no short of superheroes. And I am very proud of myself to be doing it and be still in the right frame of mind to sometimes control myself. Sometimes I really, really get angry. Sometimes I feel so frustrated. Sometimes I feel like quitting and giving up. And sometimes I, sometimes you just lose it. It is so crazy. But you have to keep calm and you have to keep going and you have to think, okay, just a few hours more, just 1 minute more, and 2 minutes more, and 3 minutes more, one step at a time. Take a deep breath. Okay, fine. Avoid, 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 avoid. Keep going. Avoid. Keep going. Avoid. Keep going. That is the only solution that you have. Just keep going through it all and avoid everything. Like, you cannot get angry on the child. Sometimes I do get angry, and I'm very, very guilty of it. But you just cannot. You have to just avoid, take a deep breath, and keep going through the process of pain and this misery. Trust me. So that is the only solution. That is the only takeaway that I have. I have watched so many videos and I have seen so many struggling parents. Yes, it is rewarding, but the reward comes at a real cost. Yeah. It is very, very like, had I known all of this, probably I would have given parenting a second thought. I'm not really sure though, but I always wanted to become a mom. I always wanted to become a parent. But the point is, when you're alone and when you're struggling and you are in the process of finding a financial stability, or you're in the process of finding a mental stability, all of this can actually not just slow the process, but sometimes it also stops the process of you becoming something. I feel like a lot of talented people have ended their careers by becoming parents. I think so. I think so. And I don't know if they're guilty of it. I'm not really sure. I hope not. I don't want to be one of those parents. And I'm not saying that I'm dwelling on one aspect or one single career. Maybe if UPSC is in my destiny, I'll probably have it. If it is not, I'll have something else. And I'm not going to blame my baby for it. Of course not. Definitely not. It probably have slowed the process. I am very thankful to God that I have a child. And with a lot of hard work and with a lot of confused mental state, the life is still going on. And I'm very thankful to God, because I know people have many more problems than what I have. But just so everybody's problems is bigger for them. So, similar case is mine. So this is what I'm really caught up in. In in this entire process, I do not get the time to actually shoot a video. So that's why there are delays or lags in my videos. That does not mean that I'm not making videos or I am quitting YouTube. I am never going to quit YouTube, even if I take up a full-time job somewhere, which I'm sort of looking for. I will still make content like maybe twice a week, because of course Sikandar is going to grow up and I will get more time. I'll probably have a bigger house. I'll have probably much more financial stability, and probably some peace of mind to sit down and make videos. Making videos take a lot of, for me, I think I have to be in a nice happy state to sit and talk to you guys, a little calm and peaceful environment, because it just, creativity just does not happen in chaos, I feel. Or maybe it does for some people. I need composure, calmness, a little bit of silence, and a good healthy state of heart and mind, I think. So yeah, I hope you take away something from this. Please do not get bogged down if you are going through the process like the way I am. If you do not have financial stability and you're a parent, things will work out. Sometimes there are 2 3 things going on together at once. ऐसा नहीं होता that you'll have financial stability, you'll have mental stability, and then you'll have a child. Nothing happens like that. Nobody's life is perfect, and times are never perfect. It is never a great time or a perfect time to become a parent or to fall in love. That's something I read somewhere. So, sometimes with so many things going on in your life, you still have to take some things new, and then you have to make a balance of it, and you have to walk with it together. And that's what I think adulting is. That's what I think life is. And in all that process, no matter what faith you follow, I feel like uh, having faith and having belief in God helps a lot. Like, dude, I have to tell you this, that I have found so much happiness, and I have gotten so much of unseen support just by the fact that I pray. Like, pray in the sense, I just say, oh God, please make my day smooth. Please help me sail through this. That is all. And there's so much of inner peace and there's so much of inner strength that I get. So praying or prayers definitely help. So do not forget your God in the times of distress. I feel like there is definitely a superpower who has everything in control. Of course, they have a plan for you. God knows what is right for you. So whatever you've got, no matter what you have, no matter how chaotic the life is, it is all going to fall into place. And then you're going to be really proud of yourself that you did not quit and you just kept going. And then you will realize that everything that you're doing right now, or you were doing back then, the struggle, the hustle, the pain, the tears, the misery, the trauma, it was all so worth it. Trust me. Now, with these 2.5 years that have passed, like, these are better than my previous 1 year. Those were really miserable. And the previous year was better than the previous year, I would say, because I was very new to all this. I had no idea even if I would be able to make through the next day. It was that bad. Like, I have lived hour by hour, and that is the exact phrase that I've used in the video. So if you have not watched the video, go ahead, watch that video. But trust me, it's all going to get better. And if I'm saying this, then I definitely mean it, because I've seen some really tough times. And I'm thankful to my friends and family, especially two of my friends. Very thankful to them that they've been there with me in every thick and thin, and they've supported me mentally, financially. They've supported me in every possible way. So, and I'm very thankful to God. So just do not leave hope, and do not leave the side of those who love you, and just follow the process. Just take it day by day, and that is it. You will prosper, you'll rise, you'll shine, you'll blossom, and you'll be very successful, and everything will make sense, and everything is going to be just so worth it. So with that, I'm going to wrap this video here. It was just an introductory video as to what I'm doing right now today. So I'm hoping to edit this video today so that I can post it tomorrow maybe. And I have some content that I've shot before, like a few bags video and stuff. So वो पुराना shoot किया हुआ है, but then I'll be putting that content up for you very soon. And comment in the comment section below what's going on in your life. If there's anything that is troubling you, bothering you, and you want to have a healthy conversation down there, you probably can interact with, a lot of my YouTube friends there. You can write to me directly, on my DM on Instagram, or you can mail it to me. I definitely reply to my emails for sure, my DMs. So yeah, you can follow me on Instagram as well. So thank you so much for watching. If you're not a subscriber, please make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. Hit that bell notification as well so that you get updates. So thank you so much for watching. And yes, if you know somebody who's a struggling parent and who is juggling with a lot of things, make sure that you share this video. So yeah, maybe they'll not learn a lot from this video, I'm not really sure, but they will definitely find hope that if somebody like me, very ordinary average person, can go through it, then they surely can. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video very soon. Till then, take very good care of yourself. Love you all so much. Bye guys.